Did you know November is National Adoption Month? If you're looking for ways that you can support our community's children, Helping Hand Home is a, wait for it, 131-year-old organization that does just that. Tanya Leskovar-Owens, Chief Executive Officer, is joining us to tell us more about this wonderful org today. Tanya, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Why don't we first talk about the mission of Helping Hand Home for Children?
Yeah, so as you said, Helping Hand Home for Children has been around for 131 years, meeting the needs of our community. And we provide hope and healing to children who are in the foster care system or who are at risk of being in the foster care system through a continuum of trauma-informed and therapeutic care. We offer residential services where kids actually come and live at Helping Hand Home for Children. We have 8 homes on our campus. We also have our fostering program and then our adoption and post-adoption services.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some success stories. But
Yes.
before we get there, you've worked in the foster space for about a decade.
Yes.
What is something that most people who would be tuning in this morning just wouldn't know about what it looks like, you know, as far as children who are needing homes like this?
Yeah, the need is great. I mean, there are over 4,000 children who are in the foster care system here in Central Texas.
Alone?
Alone.
Wow.
And about 1,000 or so of those children are actually available for adoption. And so the need is great, and there's lots of many ways that people can get involved with the process. You know, not everybody's called to foster, not everybody's called to adoption, but there are many things that you can do along the way to help.
We will certainly ask about that. Okay, I want to ask first and foremost about foster services. Kind of what does it look like,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody were to be interested in something like that?
Yes, absolutely. So we have an incredible team that provides training to our families that are interested in fostering. And so we do trainings every weekend that we have. We really try to equip the families for what they're going to be experiencing when they get a child. Just this last month, we had 4 emergency placements that we did for families that were fostering. And so what does that look like? Oftentimes those calls happen at night or on the weekends. And so our team kind of gets together, rallies together, and reaches out to the families to see, hey, can you take one of the kids that has just come into the system and place them in your home for a little while. And so we get there, we get to the family's home, we provide the support services for them to make sure that they are going to be ready to go for the child. And then we don't know how long they'll be there. It could be a little while, it could be a long time. And sometimes what ends up happening is we have families that say, okay, well, I'm just here serving and I'm just helping out right now for helping in the immediate time, but then they want to do more. And so some of our children then become free for adoption. And so that's where you see some of the families that then say, okay, yes, I want to be able to adopt.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I do know, because I've talked to, you know, folks who also work in the foster space before, sometimes those late night or weekend calls, those kids aren't showing up with much.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So what are you looking for when you're looking for a foster family?
Yeah. So when we get that call that we have a child that's needing to be placed in a home, we reach out to our families that have been trained and licensed through our program and make sure that they have what they need. So that may also mean that our team comes in with a carload of things. You know, if it's a young child or a baby that's in a car seat, we might bring a car seat with them. We might bring some things to get them through the first couple of days and to make sure that they have kind of what they need, because, you know, the first couple of days we're all just kind of trying to figure it out. But again, we are there for them along the journey. We are available when that family needs to call and say, oh, we're struggling with this, or we're having a hard challenge with this. And so we really want to make sure that we're providing those wraparound services so that our families that are fostering are equipped to being able to do the work.
As successful as possible in helping somebody in a very vulnerable situation.
Yes.
Let's talk about when it changes into adoption. That's a really positive piece of this.
Yes. So it's November and it's National Adoption Month, and I'm really excited to share that at Helping Hand Home for Children, we just celebrated our 219th adoption.
Oh, wonderful.
And we've helped many, many families, but one of the recent families that we helped was our Rivas family. And I think we're going to have a photo of them, hopefully. But they actually started out just wanting to adopt.
Oh, is this them?
That's the family right
look
there.
Look at how happy they look all
They're
together.
beautiful. So their son is their biological son, and as you can see, that is their full family. They started out just wanting to adopt, and they adopted their first child back in 2021, and then they realized that there was a need, and that we needed more homes and we needed more placements for children that were in the system. And so they said, you know, I think we want to help and we want to do more. And through that, they actually fostered 7 children.
Wow.
The last 2 of which are the 2 little girls that you see on that photo, and they became a forever family just this last month.
Oh, congratulations to them. It kind of
Thank
gives me
you.
goosebumps.
Yes, yes.
Such big hearts.
Yes, and again, one of the things too is, it doesn't just stop at the adoption. We are there for them along the journey as they continue on. So whatever that might look like, if they need additional support or therapy or family therapy, we're there with them along that journey, because it doesn't just end there.
You are absolutely correct. What about some residential and therapeutic services? I imagine that with these kids, kind of a vulnerable population, there's an amount of, having to work with them, because it's tough going through this kind of, here I was here and now I've gone here, and just a lot of upheaval in a young life.
Yes. So, the kids that come and live at Helping Hand Home, those are children that have actually been in probably a couple of foster homes and are just needing extra support and extra therapeutic supports, and they're just not being successful in those placements. And so they come and spend some time living at Helping Hand Home for Children, and we really provide, like I said, that continuum of care. We have clinical therapists on our staff. We do enrichment programming for the kids. We have a UT on-site charter school where our children are going to school.
Wow.
And we're really providing that 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year support for the children that are living at Helping Hand Home, with the hope and the goal that we want them to be in a home setting and we want them to be successful. So our hope is when they leave Helping Hand Home that they're going into a foster home that maybe is a foster home that we have trained and licensed, or they're going back to their family. We believe reunification is really important, but if that's not, then there's the adoption piece of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so a couple of good options here. I want to ask about how we as audience members can help. Somebody watching today just learning about you. Holidays are always a time where nonprofits could use a little extra boost.
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to learn about fostering or you want to learn about adoption, you can go to our website. We have info sessions that we do that are online, that are virtual. We also have in-person info sessions that we do so that you can learn more about it. Also during the holidays, there's lots of opportunities to support the kids that we work with by sponsoring their wish list for the holidays. So if you go to our website, helpinghandhome.org, you can sign up or follow us on social media too.
Sounds good. Make somebody's holidays very happy.
Yes.
Tanya, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. All right. To learn more about the mission and how you can get involved, head to helpinghandhome.org.